this is going to explode him.
Oh, huge, huge. He's already the bantamweight that does the biggest numbers. This would be incredible.
Now you're talking Conor McGregor level.
Yep, absolutely.
Conor in his heyday, but yeah.
Or now. Or now.
In his heyday.
Or
it's over.
Right. Oh, Conor cannot be every thumbnail.
Bullshit. You would have Conor in every thumbnail if
almost
you could.
No, almost. I've skipped him for a while. I may have to put him up now.
What is up, everybody? It's Metal Biker Dude and
DZAN. What is up, people? Today is Friday, August 18th. For all of you beautiful, beautiful people out there, if you love the content we do on this channel, hit that like button, comment down below that you are sick of DZAN, and subscribe if you are new. Thank you guys so much. Dirty D.
I think you might have just set it up to where we get the most likes in the history of YouTube.
Hey, like this video if you cannot stand DZAN. There you go. Let's do it, baby. Let's hit that like button in the double digits. All right, guys. Listen, not much to talk about. We will touch on a little bit. Preseason started for NFL. Dirty D, you want to talk a bit about that?
Sure.
Do you? Because, you know,
sure.
My team lost, but it's preseason. It's okay.
Mine looked dynamic.
We're testing yours did look yeah.
Wow.
Mine also looks promising.
KP8 went 6 for 7, 70 yards, a touchdown. I mean, and then Mason Rudolph in the second half throwing dots everywhere.
Yeah,
oh
and
my
it's like,
God. Yeah. And at Calvin Austin, he runs, I don't know if you know this, he runs a 4.24 40. 4.24.
What the
40? Yeah.
What?
That's how we got behind the DB like that.
Jeez, man. Oh my God.
The only problem is he's undersized to hell, but if he can get open like that, if he can get on the other side of the DBs, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. I know my boy 42 Vaughn looking very versatile in the cut. Let me tell you what.
He better. I'm just gonna say that he fucking better.
He looks so
you guys,
good.
I do the DraftKings best ball. I've got about a dozen entries in there, and I'd say in about 8 or 9 of those entries, I have his boy Vaughn in there.
Yeah,
because he keeps telling me that
this boy rookie offensive player of the year, Vaughn. Put it in the books right now, number 42.
I'm guessing Tony Pollard is going to have something to say about that, but
Tony Pollard is going to do work, but Vaughn is going to bring it home, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you. Let me fucking tell you. All right.
He better.
He will. Dirty. If he doesn't, we are thousands of miles away from each other, and it's fine.
You know that I don't bet much money, but 3 of those were $10.
And I was one of them.
3 of them.
Wow.
$10 drafts, and then the rest of them were $3 and $4 drafts. So
big. Hey, Dirty is spinning big because
I went all in, baby.
He knows DZAN knows what's up. All right, guys. UFC MMA news. Let's get right into it. Dirty D, are you ready to fight a little bit? DZAN versus MBD? Because
let's box, baby.
I have a feeling, you know what, and it typically happens. We are usually on opposite sides of some things, and I think that we might be on this one. The antitrust class action lawsuit was just certified by federal court, finally, after a decade since the lawsuit began, which if it does go to court, we're talking about $5 billion in lawsuit owed. This means the UFC is finally running out of options. And they will absolutely appeal this. But Dirty, give me your thoughts. I want you to speak first.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about it. Just the brief topics of it. But I from what I understand, part of this deal is the fact that UFC is acting as a bit of a monopoly. And, you know, that the threshold for that is so stout. When you think about, your cable bill or your phone bill or your light bill, all of these things, they're monopolies, and they're not supposed to exist, but they do exist. So in that sense, I don't have a whole lot of hope for that. I know there's some other things involved in it, and to be honest with you, I don't know enough about it to comment any further than that. But as far as the monopoly thing goes, I think that's a loser for sure.
Now, I will say this was when they made that claim about 9-10 years ago. This was when UFC was they bought up the Pride Library, they bought Strike Force. They were purchasing rosters of people. They just launched their own application, app, as we know them for short these days. And it was a big thing that fighters, if you weren't in the UFC, there was a big difference in the scale of pay, simply because the UFC just owned everything at that time that was worth any kind of money. That's where that came in. But it also has a lot to do with the contracts, how they're structured, how they're allowed to just sit out. I offer you a fight, you don't like it, okay, well, I'm only obligated to offer you a certain amount of fights every year. You don't take it, sorry, you don't get paid. That's the way it is. We need a bell, Dirty D. I'm gonna buy you a bell and I'm gonna ship it to you, so you can just ding. Go ahead.
So that sounds like copyright stuff to me. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am in full support of that, because if that goes through, what is next? Because I have over 1,000 videos, and anybody that is a subscriber of Metal Biker Dude Reacts channel can tell you that I haven't posted a video in a long time. Well, that's not true. I've posted dozens of videos. They don't go through. Now, unfortunately, I let me say this. I number one, I get the whole artist thing. When I'm doing their video, I don't agree with it, but I get it. Because when I'm doing a video, I'm not doing it so people can come in and listen to it. People are coming in to listen to my reaction to it.
Right.
That's why I have a big problem with that. But I've made my peace with it. However, when I'm doing a reaction to, say, an interview of somebody, and I post that video and it gets copyrighted, who is the copyright?
Right. Who's the owner? Yeah. Who's the owner of that?
Well, I'll tell you who the owner is. It's UMG. They buy everything. And this is where I'm bringing it to. UMG buys everything. And they buy it for pennies on the dollar. And then when I post a video, UMG copyrights it, so it won't get posted. It's not even so much that they will allow it to be posted and that I can't profit from it. It's beyond that. It doesn't even get posted.
Right. Not even seen.
Nobody's seen it. And if they do see it, it was very brief and it got taken down immediately. So in that sense, I hope they win that, because there should be some sort of reverberating effect to that. I'm hoping.
Felt like we just entered into a Grouch Couch episode there for a second. You got a little
like heated. An idea.
You got a little heated there for a second.
It's a little personal, bro.
I feel it, man. I can feel it on the other side of this. I can feel it. And that's why all these beautiful people that are interested in it need to go over to the patreon.com. Yeah, beautiful. Listen, I think that it is an uphill battle, no matter what, no matter how wrong the UFC is. At the end of the day, they have money. They have lots and lots of money. and they can pause this thing. The thing that sucks
They
about
can
it, and
slow walk this to no end
now,
because they have the world's best attorneys.
yep. Now their biggest uphill battle is the amount of people involved, over 1,200 fighters, as well as the residing judge years ago had said that this is antitrust. This is anti-competitive ways. The judges already kind of said these things before. This was just him finally certifying it. He has already made these comments years ago. I from what I understand. So it looks bad on both sides. It's going to be hard. They're definitely going to appeal this. As of this recording, which is only 7 days removed from when they announced this, the UFC has not appealed it. They still have another week. By next Wednesday, they have until to appeal this. It will be appealed. This is probably going to drag on for another 5 to 7 years. If this does go to court, guys, we're not talking about a jury. This is not a jury, and that's why it's scary for the UFC. This is a bench case where the judge that is already made
all of
comments,
these are though. Yeah,
that has already made comments that you have broken laws, has already made these comments, will be the person making the decision. That's what's scary. The UFC will still roll the dice though.
I don't think they're scared by that because that's just the case in every case.
Right. And
they never go to jury with stuff like that. But your point's well taken though.
I don't see them settling. It seems I don't see them settling unless it really looks murky for them. Well, I don't see them settling.
The sooner they settle, the cheaper it is. The murkier it looks, then the more expensive it's going to get.
So. Correct. All right. So more to come from that, whether it's within the next week or.
I do think it's worth noting though that if the UFC does not settle, that tells me that they know something.
Perhaps, or they're just going to be, perhaps. Dirty, yeah, you know what, guys? You know, Dirty D likes to put that tin cap. I also need I need to make a list of things that I need to get for Dirty. Tinfoil hat,
tinfoil, and
yeah,
I got some tinfoil.
Yeah, you should just put it.
Zell me $5.
Yeah, display. Yeah. I'll pitch in.
Well, with inflation, I say $27. But
okay, you got it, brother. Just ain't what it used to back in your day, huh? You can get cheeseburgers for 5 cents, huh? Okay, guys.
Listen, this is no bullshit. I was at Publix yesterday, or day before yesterday.
That's a grocery store.
And a beef pot. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the local grocery store chain. And the beef pot pie, the banquet beef pot pies.
Yeah.
You know, I ate those when I was a kid. I used to buy them for $1.
What?
They were $1.48 each. I used to buy them for
a quarter
for $1. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And honestly, that was like 15 years ago.
Holy shit, that's crazy. That's wild.
That's
wild.
That's inflation for you.
Poor Dirty. He's had to gone through the depression, the fall through in 2008. He's been through it all, man.
He's been through it all. Don't forget the World War II.
Ah, that's right. He had to duck under his desk.
I'm the one that see. It's just not common knowledge, but I'm the one that actually took Hitler out. So
that SEAL Team 1. SEAL Team 1, Dirty D.
No, it was -1.
minus one, -1. Sorry. Oh, and he has a new name.
And the one that was minus was me.
Was him, yeah. He was the -1. Dr. Dirty D.
Dr. Dirty.
Dr. Dirty. Moving on to UFC 292. It's tomorrow. It's happening. And Sean O'Malley seems defeated. Let's talk about it.
You saw the interview?
Yeah. What the hell is that, Sean? What are you doing? He's giving him all the praise and saying
there used to be this Saturday Night Live skit, and it was called Lowered Expectations.
I don't recall.
It was in the 90s, I think. Anyway, and they would always use this bumper, radio bumper, and it would just say lowered expectations. That's what that is.
That's exactly what that is. Because he's not talking about, I'm gonna go in there and knock him out. He says, I'm gonna go in there and compete Oh my God, when they say I am ready to compete, you might as well throw him in the coffin and shut the box. Are you kidding me, Sean?
Or
he's literally
is
the
he
best in
trolling?
the world. He's the greatest in the world. If he doesn't grab me, I win. What?
Is he not trolling?
I hope so, Dirty, because
I believe he is.
I was seething.
So when I was watching that, that was my first thought.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the interview went on a little bit, I started thinking more, and I'm like, I think he's trolling.
I hope he's trying to lull him into a false sense of security. I
Right.
really hope. I really, really hope so, because
I do too.
I felt weird after that, man. I felt
can't
weird after that. I
stand
was like, what?
Aljamain Sterling. Neither one of us.
And it sucks because his resume looks so good. But watch every single one of those fights, people. Watch
And you're
every one of
scratching
those
your
fights.
head. Every one of them.
Single time. It gets you so frustrated as a fan. You want to throw yourself out of a window. Now with this UFC event, it came with a couple of cancellations. Cody Garbrandt got injured and had to pull out of the fight against Mario Batista. Again, another killer, man. Mario Batista is no slouch. It's good that he pulled out. He needs to be 100% for that man. And then we also had Jeff Neal, who had to pull out against Ian Gary. And for those that don't remember this, in Ian Gary's last fight, he called out Neil Magny, sorry. And he said he wants him really bad. He got the other Neil. That Neil pulled out. He got the right Neil. So we got Neil Magny coming in on 3 weeks short notice to face Ian Gary. And to be honest with you, besides the title fight, that's the one I'm looking forward to the most of this entire card.
100%.
Ian Gary is just, I feel like he's going to be inducted into the Encyclopedia of Goats.
Didn't we compare him to what Connor's buddy from Iceland? Gunnar Nelson.
Gunnar Nelson. Nelson.
Yeah.
OG.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Gunnar.
Yeah.
The stance,
yes,
which is very Connor-esque.
And the forwardness of I'm getting punched, but it's okay. Forward, that's all Gunnar, dude. He's just going to move forward no matter what. He's going to implement the game plan that he's there to do. For sure. I'm really excited for that fight. We have Marlon Chito Vera on the same card as Sugar Sean.
Cheeto.
What's happening? Can we see
Cheeto.
a little rematch in the works there later on down the line?
Maybe.
If O'Malley gets this belt.
Maybe.
Now let's talk about this first fight of the main card. Marlon Vera versus Pedro Munoz. This is a fantastic fight. Great fight. I love the work of this one. Who do you got, Dirty D?
I don't know.
I have Chito Vera, and I think that he's going to TKO Pedro Munoz.
You know that I'm pulling for Chito.
Yes. But Pedro is one of those wild cards.
Chito just because I'm pulling for him, but I really don't know.
Pedro is one of those guys that can just knock out anybody at any time.
This is the fight that you don't bet money on.
Yeah, this is the tough one for sure. This is a tough one, but I think Marlon's got the grit to pull it out and get the win and get the finish. I really do. Damone Blackshear versus Mario Bautista. I have no idea who Damone is. I don't know if I'm saying it right because it's kind of spelled like my name, but it's got an apostrophe in the middle of it. So I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not the best at pronouncing words, and this is one of them. What do you got? That was a good little transition to you. That you can take it now.
It's kind of like the word library.
Yeah, or Worcestershire.
DZAN says library.
It's a library.
Library.
It's a library. I go to the library to give my books to the librarian. That's how I talk, dude. That's how that's how we do it.
I love DZAN.
That's how we do it in the Duke City.
Well, I'm sorry. What are my choices?
Your choices are Damone Blackshear or Mario Bautista.
Yeah.
Now Damone Blackshear 14-5-1, Batista 12-2.
I'm gonna go Batista.
I'm gonna go Batista knockout in the first round. Let's do it.
Me too.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. Neil Magny versus Ian
Especially because
Gary.
last year, I believe, was a add to, right?
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
very short notice. I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking 8 days, I think, 8 or 9 days short notice. So yeah, this guy is definitely a quick
That's a tough
fill-in.
ask.
Last week, actually, he's a 7 day. No, it'll end up being almost 2 weeks because last week on the fight card, it said TBD next to Mario Batista, so they didn't even know as of last week. So
Right.
very short notice. Neil Magny versus Ian Gary. Ooh, even if this goes on the ground, it's going to be interesting, Dirty.
I'm not betting money
Right? It's going to
again,
be
but
now.
I'm gonna I got to go with my heart.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna take Ian Gary, but I love Neil Magny though too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
um
And Neil is also one of those guys that it's just like
yeah,
he's either going to lose like almost embarrassingly sometimes, or he's going to take them into deep waters and like strangle them on the ground. It's
he
a
can
toss
go
up.
to
It's
deep waters for
very
sure.
difficult with Neil. But I got Ian via TKO, not a knockout, but I think he'll knock him
Well, I
down
think
and
that
finish it.
if the fight ends early, it's got to be Gary. If it goes the distance, I'm
Yeah.
going with Magny.
Yeah. That's a really good point. That's a really good point and a really good way to kind of ease yourself
So I guess I
around it.
didn't really pick.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what D does. No, but he did say Gary. We have him on record. Now going on to the co-main event, we have Weili Zhang versus Amanda Lemos. Zhang Weili, Weili Zhang. I mean, I'm gonna go with my heart in my head. It's Weili. It's Weili. She's got it. And not
Zhang.
only does she have it, but she has this in dominant fashion. Mark my words right now. China,
Nobody's
your new champion's
doubting
coming. Everybody doubts me, Dirty D. And
that
I
is true.
and I am
That is
fighting
true.
on a week-to-week basis to prove greatness comes out of these lips. And that is that Weili Zhang wins.
That's where you lose me, but yeah, okay.
KO in the second round. How beautiful is that? It happened.
I'm with you on that.
It happened and it was great. She knocked her down and then finished it with ground and pound.
Oh, I thought you were predicting that.
Yeah.
I'm good with a second or third round knockout
Yeah.
by Zhang Weili Zhang.
Me and Dirty are all on the same page here. This is what we do. Man. What we do. Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley, probably the toughest fight to pick on the card. Just because of I guess the questions that surround the champion. Very questionable champion.
Yeah, and then this is yet another situation.
And then this week with Sean.
I got to go with my heart. So, yeah.
Sean O'Malley?
Yeah.
I got Sean O'Malley too. But I also have Sean O'Malley. I don't think he wins via decision. No.
I think that's another fight that if it goes the distance, I gotta lean towards Aljamain, but I'm not predicting that. I'm predicting fourth round.
I'm predicting a second round knockout. Knockout. And I'm talking a knockout. I'm not talking TKO. Let me follow up here. This is going to be his come out party. Give him the belt. I'm getting hype. Give the man the belt.
Oh, we see.
And it's going to be an overhand left. Straight. Bop. And he's just going to fall back. And he's just going to walk off, hand up. Hand up. Welcome to the Sugar Show. Give me the belt. Where's my belt?
I will say this. If he does, I mean,
this is going to be the best highlight ever if he does.
And not only that, I mean, he's probably going to, he's already had his coming out, but
right.
This is going to explode him.
Oh, huge. He's already the bantamweight that does the biggest numbers. This would be incredible.
Yeah, I mean, now you're talking Conor McGregor level.
You are. Yep, absolutely. Izzy level right now. All right, guys.
Conor in his heyday, but yeah.
Or now.
In his heyday.
Or
it's over.
Right. Oh, this guy loves to start arguments with me every week, and I'm not falling for it this time because Conor cannot be every thumbnail. Moving on. Moving on.
Oh, bullshit. You would have Connor in every thumbnail if
Almost.
you could.
No, almost. I've skipped him for a while. I may have to put him up now. Talking that shit. May have to show you why greatness is great. And see the videos that we get the most clicks on is probably his face. My movie is in your DMs.
Or
that was
you
a
could
great
just
episode.
show me poking the bear.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're
All right,
moving
let's
on.
go. Let's do it.
Music. One topic. Melle Mel. Last week we talked about Eminem. Last week we talked about Eminem responding to Lord Jamar, Generation Z, Melle Mel, The Game, all of them. And Melle Mel then responded with a 2-minute embarrassing song. And shortly after, he actually deleted the diss track and issued an official apology. And I'm talking, it's a novel, ladies and gentlemen. It's a long apology.
He clearly doesn't have a PR department.
No, he is the PR department.
Because you don't do things like that and then apologize.
He said he was very hurt that on the 50th anniversary of hip hop, instead of celebrating hip hop and its rich culture, we're focusing negatively on this beef. And it's like, dude, it's not even a beef. What are you talking about, bro? And that's not what he wanted for the culture. He realizes and understands Eminem's importance in the culture and his versatility. And oh man, he just started walking back every single thing he was saying. Apologizes profusely at least 7 times in the whole thing. And then said he's going to be working on bettering himself. And wow. I said, wow. This was him bowing out saying, listen, I got a lot of backlash. This is ruining the legend, my status that I had with the Furious 5, and it's starting to really hurt me. So I need to apologize so I can try and salvage what I got left. And he did. And I don't see him responding to this at all. I think it's now dead in the water. I know that Lord Jamar and Game will probably have something to say about this, but doesn't matter.
Apologies soon.
They should. I can't tell you how many clips Game has gone on record saying he wouldn't last at all a track with him. Very interesting, man. I was perplexed. I was puzzled. I was giddy. It was fun. It was a fun day. It was a really fun day.
I avoid politics like the plague on these things. And this is not political at all. And hopefully nobody takes it this way, but I think it is fair to point out. There's I guess you'd call him bluegrass guy that released a song, and it's just him in a video in the woods playing a resonator guitar. It's like an acoustic guitar kind of, and there's a single condenser microphone, and it's, last I heard, it was #1 on iTunes. It's pretty powerful. So, wow. Yeah.
Like a ballad? Yep. Is it like a ballad?
No, it's backwoods sounding, okay. Kind of country bluegrass-ish in between.
Do you know who it is?
I don't know the guy, but it's everywhere.
Nice.
It is everywhere.
All right, guys, go check that out.
DZAN will post his name here.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
I'll find it. Guys, that is all we have for you today. Couple of topics for MMA, couple of topics for music. You guys got to watch brilliance take place. I'm sorry I had to spoil the event for you the day before it happened, but everything that I said will come to fruition tomorrow. And next week, when we are back on here, I get to bask in the greatness that is my prediction. Dirty D, your thoughts? Final thoughts?
I'll see you next week, guys.
Peace.